Alright, this is just a quick informational video. Currently I'm looking at my computer screen because this is pretty much the only way I can figure out how to get two photos side by side and to be able to get it into a video format. But you can see this is a poorly printed ladder. Okay, we won't go into details of why they printed the ladder, but you can see it's got issues. It's got huge problems here, and we look over here, same thing, huge problems. And basically what the deal is, these two things were printed on the same printer, and the user asked for advice on a use group, a help site. And the first thing I noticed when I opened up the post is that right there you can see the belt, that's the Z or the X axis, it's hanging down. That's a good ½ inch right there. So already you know that the printer was not assembled properly. So I asked the user, you know, did he assemble the printer? And he had not. It was assembled by someone else. So basically he has no idea that the printer itself has issues. So my assumption is that if that is a problem, then you can imagine there are other things that were not addressed or adjusted properly. And that would include the eccentric nuts, it would include the other belt, it would include the knobs, it would include so many things that were not assembled properly that it would create problems as you see here. But the users group gave suggestions on what the user should do. All these suggestions are literally based on these two prints, and they made the assumption that everything was good with the printer, so they gave half-assed suggestions, and obviously it's not going to help no matter what they say if the printer was not assembled properly. In order to get good advice, you need a printer that was assembled correctly to factory specifications. You don't need to do any E-step changes, you don't need to change the firmware, you don't need to do this or that or blah blah blah. Just make sure it is assembled properly according to factory specifications and go from there. But now this user is screwed, you know, because he's done all these other changes without knowing his printer was faulty. So good luck.